Today on MTG Unpacked, it's Secret Lair time again, and we're getting stuck into the Summer Superdrop 2025. So this set was a total debacle. I actually got in within the first couple of seconds into the queue, waited 2 hours and got nothing. It sold out. So I did go back. I was able to at least pick up the Artist Lairs. But Final Fantasy, I had to go to eBay and paid double the price. So that is nuts. So without further ado, let's get into it here. The Art of Frank Frazetta, the second exhibition. So they actually did some Frazetta artwork with an earlier Secret Lair drop. And that one was pretty cool. So I'm expecting this to be pretty much the same. So these layers were going for $29.99 for the non-foil, $39.99 for the foil, and the drop went on sale June 9th, 2025. So here we've got some awesome Frank Frazetta artwork, Deadly Dispute. I love the borderless art on this as well, goes into the text box as well. Very cool. Then we have Murderous Rider. Look at that. That is a awesome piece of artwork there. We've got the knight on the horse. And what else? Zulaport Cutthroat. I remember when this one was in standard. That was pretty cool. And next we have Aggravated Assault. I like how they've got different colouring for the different cards here as well. Very nice. And then we have Desperate Ritual. And finally, bonus card, Liliana's Standard Bearer. Okay, so we're doing the zombie thing again. Alright. Moving right along, we have Emmery, or featuring Emmery Sakabashira. So a Japanese artist here. Let's check it out. So thank you for nothing, Wizards. So let's move on here. Yeah, I'm sort of bitter about this still, this whole experience. Let me know in the comments, were you able to actually pick up any of the layers you wanted? Alright, oh, I like this. Very cool artwork. Consecrated Sphinx. I like the line work here. Looks sort of a little bit like a comic book style. That is fantastic. Okay, and then we have Resculpt. And I'm assuming the characters up there are the name of the card in Japanese. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then we have Mirage Mirror. I like this dude. Looks like he's got a whole bunch of eyes there. Very nice. And next. Oh, that's striking. Scion of Draco. Nice artifact dragon artwork right there. Looks like he's just emerged from a forge, a flaming forge. And then we have Scion of Draco. Okay, so we've got another one. How is this? Oh, I see. Yes, signed. Very cool. All right, they should do that more often instead of giving us like elves or zombies or whatever. Next up, we got Artist Series Phil Foglio. I think he was better known for his goblins and stuff like that, sort of whimsical artwork. So that's what I'm expecting to see here. Okay, so let's get into this one. I do like, that's one of the things, the layers, they can really go nuts with the artwork, something that you wouldn't normally see on a Magic card. Okay, so we've got the Goblin Bombardment. Very nice. I'm a big fan of goblins, in case you hadn't noticed. Then we have an Orcish Lumberjack. What on earth? He's eating a tree. Okay, as you do, or chopping them down with his teeth. Something like that. Then we have Constant Mists. That's cool how it's sort of the background is sort of misty. You got the guy holding some sort of light source. And then we have Song of the Dryads. That is very cool. And finally, Goblin Bombardment. Okay, this is another treatment that I've done. You get like a black and white rendering of the artwork before they add color and so forth. Okay, so that is awesome. All right, now Final Fantasy. You might notice I'm missing the Japanese drops here because I did not want to pay quadruple the price. I will destroy everything. I will create a monument to non-existence. This is everybody who missed out on the drop. It's like, come on, people. Alright, so what's this? We've got a message here. Okay, special Japanese message. And I checked the packets here beforehand. They should all be in English. That's what I paid for on eBay anyway. We got Spyra's Punishment. Nice. So Nestor Sandon Leal is the artist here. This is the alternate for Day of Judgment. And let me know in the comments, do any of the scenes depicted in these Final Fantasy cards remind you of events that happened in the games? They should, hopefully. We've got Absorb into Time is an alternate for Temporal Extortion. So artist here is Aurora Folney. And it even tells you, okay, Final Fantasy, what is that, 8? Previous one was Final Fantasy 10. Good deal. Then we have Merciless Poisoning. This is an alternate for Toxic Deluge. And this character, you'll see him a bunch in the regular set. So Final Fantasy 6. And what is that? Evan Fong, I think, is the artist on this one. Then we have Unseat the Usurper, alternate for Praetor's Grasp. Artist again, Nestor Sandon Leal. Final Fantasy 15. Okay, so what is the latest? Is it 16 or 15? I can never remember. Next up we have Meteor Fall, Star of Extinction. And the artist here, Joshua Raphael. So Final Fantasy 7. What's the bonus card? Oh, nice. A Freet. Alternate for Fury. It's a mythic. Final Fantasy 10. Joshua Raphael again. Alright, so I was not actually familiar with any of the bonus cards. So that was a nice surprise. Moving on, we have Final Fantasy Grimoire. So these are all the rainbow foil editions. And like I said, no Japanese here. We've got, and I will do it without false hope. So some more quotes you Final Fantasy fiends out there may recognize. Another secret lair thing. On to our next drop. And this time we have Yuna's Holy Magic, alternate for Prismatic Ending. I love what they've done with the artwork here. Borderless art looks fantastic. So this is Final Fantasy X, and Anna Steinbauer is the artist on this one. Next up, we've got Hope's Aero Magic. So alternate for Cyclonic Rift. I like the green and blue coloring on this one. Final Fantasy 13 by the look of it. Kasia, what is that? Kefis Zelenska, something like that. A little bit hard to see there with my old eyes. Then we have Noctis's Death Magic, alternate for Damn. And yes, that is actually the name of a magic card, and it's awesome. So Final Fantasy 15, Magali Villeneuve, one of my all-time favorite magic artists. You might have seen some of the playmats on the channel featuring her work. Next up, we've got Vivi's Thunder Magic Lightning Bolt. And the fans go wild for Vivi, apparently. So Evan Fong. I keep saying Evelyn. There we go. So to keep doing what you set your heart on, it's a very hard thing to do. Some wise words indeed. And next, we have Aerith's Kuraga Magic. And this is the alternate for Heroic Intervention. Okay, this is a nice reprint. Final Fantasy VII, Justina Dura is the artist. And finally, bonus card is Porom Silence Magic. the alternate for silence. And that is Final Fantasy 4, so we're going way back in time for that one. Alright, so one more here, Final Fantasy weapons. So what I would suggest with these, rather than try to pick up the sealed lairs, would be better to just get the single cards you need. The finest weapons that have inherited the hopes of those who fight. Alright, so we are gonna see some awesome weapons right here. And okay, that's the same thank you as before. So let me know in the comments, were you able to pick up any of these secret lairs? Were you lucky enough to order before the queue and everything sold out? Next we have Yuna's sending staff. So this is staff of the storyteller. And it's cool how they highlight the different weapons here. Final Fantasy X, Louisa L. or Louisa I. Preisler. And feel free to correct my artist name pronunciations there. Bit hard for me to read this micro text. We've got Clive's Invictus Blade, Blade of Selves, another cool weapon. Oh, I like the reflection there in the surface, the shiny surface. That's cool. Final Fantasy 16, Joshua Raphael again with the art. Then we have Cloud's Buster Sword. This thing is iconic. Umezawa's Jita is the sword, or the other card for this. We have Final Fantasy VII. Magali Villeneuve once again, bringing the goods to the awesome Final Fantasy art. Next up we have Gaia's Dark Hammer. So this is the alternate for Colossus Hammer. And Marie Magni is the artist. Final Fantasy 14. That is a honkin' huge hammer, I might say. And then we have, is this, oh no, we've got one more here. We've got a mythic Titus's Brotherhood Sword. Sword of Truth and Justice. Nice mythic. So Final Fantasy X, Yongye Choi is the artist. I like how they have a different variety of scenes, different colourful backgrounds. And finally, bonus card here is Armiger Unleashed. This is alternate for Forge Anew. So Yongjae Choi again. And I do like how they had special bonus cards for these, not just the regular zombies and stuff that would have been a bit silly. Alright, so there we have it, the Summer Superdrop 2025 for Secret Lair. Let me know what you think about this one. Were you able to pick anything up? And if you've missed any of these Secret Lair videos on the channel, I'll pop a link in the corner to the complete playlist. Hope everyone's staying safe and healthy out there. Thanks for watching and have a great day.